Let's raid.
And who you were gonna come to me. And here you are, but you better choose carefully. 'Cause I'm capable of anything, and everything. Make me your Aphrodite. Make me your one.
Luther here. I'm going with Robert and Maggie and Miss Burgess to the reservation. Here we met the old chief Sitting Bull and his followers. We did not talk much with the old chief, but Miss Burgess, through her interpreter, had quite a little conversation with him. We youngsters did not even realize the fact that here were our people, held prisoners by these white soldiers, merely because they had tried to protect themselves and their families. On the train! Say hi, Miss Burgess and Robert! Hi! We arrived at the railroad station where we were to take the cars for Thatcher, Nebraska. It was a late hour when the train arrived, and we all climbed inside. There were a whole bunch of cowboys around us. One of them had been drinking quite heavily, and he started to insult our teacher. He first asked me for a match. I saw that he was drunk, so did not answer him. At this, he became abusive, and my teacher, seeing trouble ahead, told the man that I could not understand English. He tried to engage her in conversation. At this, Robert, American Horse, started up as though he were going to make trouble for the cowboy, and the only thing that prevented him was that the fact that the man's station was reached, and he had to leave the train. When we arrived at the Rosebud Reservation, I showed people all of my blacksmith work. They were very impressed. I was trying to interest more children to go back to Carlisle School, but so many had died there that the parents of the Indian boys and girls did not want them to go. This was not due to any negligence on the part of Captain Pratt, but the carelessness of the Indian agency at the reservation, or his laziness. All come attend Carlisle School. It's great. Your children will be really civilized like me. They'll all get great English education, become Americanized. It's awesome. All your children should come.
When visiting Carlisle, I received much kindness from Captain Pratt. I am very proud of my child, and his education has really improved. You should send your children. Got you, Pops.
Luther here. Captain Pratt wants me to go back to the reservation and recruit more students. Wish me luck.
The night the council was held, my father and I went together. All the Indians began to gather, and soon the council room was filled. Then I arose to talk to them. At this point, a man named Sitting Around came forward. He let his blanket drop down, and I saw that he had his gun with him and was wearing only a breechcloth. His body was painted all over in spots of white. His hair was cut short, which indicated that he was in mourning. His only daughter had died in our school, and she passed away so suddenly that this man could not believe she was dead. Anger showed in his eyes as he stepped toward me.
If you were anyone else, I would kill you.
I could see by the flash in his eye that he meant what he said. After he had finished speaking, he drew his blanket around him and left the council. Then Sorrel Horse, one of our brave old men, arose and addressed the council. Such a remark coming from a man having the influence of Sorrel Horse was like a wet blanket before the council. It closed the mouths of others, and the council broke up right there.
Men afraid of soldiers. Don't send any more of our children to school to die if the soldiers should come and try to force us to give up our children. I will fight them alone if you women are afraid of them.
It was about 6 miles from the agency on the Little White River. Here I got them all together again, but old Sorrel Horse was there, and made the same sort of speech. But now I was prepared and determined to have my say and explain. I arose and said it was true that many of the children had died at school, but that now everything was fixed up better. I recall one night in particular when we were invited to an entertainment in a big hall. An old man who got up and asked to hear some of the children speak in Sioux tongue. They weren't allowed to, and I was not afraid to talk, so I arose and said, in Sioux tongue in English means, if I talk in Sioux, you will not understand me anyhow. However, I forgot how to say that in English, so I just told him that we are glad to see you all here tonight.
Son, I come bearing gifts.
Thank you, Father. Today, Father came to visit me at Carlisle, and he brought me some gifts. Look at this nice tie. It's perfect, because me and Captain Pratt are going to go to Washington, D.C., and I get to be his interpreter. Woo!
There's no going back.
Mark my words, this love will make you levitate. Like a bird without a cage. Down to earth, if you choose to walk away.
So I put my hoodie on him, and I put pants on him, and then I put socks and shoes, and he hated it.
Well, I kind of
I'm filming this.
Hi, baby. Okay, I'm done. All right.
Are we good?
Fish done.
We're good.
Mwah.
Swaguchi.
Thank
We got it. All right, we got this.
Twerks. What? Sorry, Maggie.
All right.
Today, Father came to visit me on the...
So close. Yet so far.
I've been shot!